Welcome. And I would like to call to order the April 2017 meeting of the Art and Culture Commission for the town of Prescott Valley. I'd like to welcome our new commissioners and our existing commissioners. And Commissioner Chillen, I should have asked you before, but can I get you to say a little bit about yourself and welcome to the commission itself?
Thank you. Well, I'm excited about being on this commission. This is going to be fun, and I'm always interested in art, love living in Prescott Valley, and want to participate on some way of contributing to living up here. And so I'm looking very forward to doing this. I have a little bit of a background in art. I have an interest in art and a little bit of background. I've owned a couple of galleries and worked in some galleries, and was on the board in Yuma on the art gallery there, the Yuma Art Center for the Arts in Yuma.
Excellent. I appreciate you coming to the commission. Thank you very much. Moving on, can we get the roll call?
Vice Chair Sinclair.
Here.
Commissioner Gibson.
Here.
Commissioner Courtright.
Here.
Commissioner Clemens.
Here.
Commissioner Chillen.
Here.
Thank you.
Thank you. You have in front of you a copy of the agenda. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll make it a motion to approve the agenda.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor of approving the agenda?
Aye.
Say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Motion pass. Moving on to item number 4, approval of the minutes. This would be the March 8th, 2017 work study meeting minutes, the March 15th work study meeting minutes, in addition to the March 15th, 2017 regular meeting minutes. Can I get a motion to approve all of the meeting minutes at once?
I would make a motion to approve the March 8th, March 15th, 2017 work study meeting minutes and the March 15, 2017 regular meeting minutes.
Second motion.
Second. Have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Motion pass. Moving on to item number 5, announcements and presentations. Mr. Woody?
Good evening, Commissioners. How are we this evening?
Excellent,
Well,
thank you.
All right. Well, let's have some more fun, all right? I'd like to remind everyone, Friday, April 28th is Arbor Day within the town of Prescott Valley. I had the great pleasure of receiving the town's 12th annual consecutive designation from the Arizona Forestry Division down at the state capitol earlier this week, as well as then also our 6th consecutive Tree City USA Growth Award. So very proud to receive those and represent you all down there, but would encourage everyone to join with us at George Anderson Park. George Anderson Park is located off of Superstition Drive that intersects with Navajo. Come out, visit with us from 10 a.m. until noon on Friday, April 28th, in which we will be learning about the value and benefits of trees. We'll also be planting 6 trees that have been donated to us, compliments of Kaler Landworks and also Prescott Valley Growers. And then with that, our first 500 participants that are with us that particular day will go home with their own baby tree to put in their yard, and that will be a blue spruce sapling. So, again, Friday, April 28th, 10 a.m. to noon, George Anderson Park, located at Navajo and Superstition, from 10 a.m. until noon. Come out and get your baby tree and learn more about the value and benefits of trees in our community and what Arbor Day stands for.
I encourage community participation, especially in planting trees. The blue spruce, which you can receive at this event, is a great tree as it grows up. Beautiful shape, beautiful color.
Without a doubt. So, all right. Outstanding. Our next announcement is, put it in your calendar. It is the Battle of the Bands. Believe it or not, we are celebrating our 20th annual event. This will take place Saturday, May 20th, Mountain Valley Park Amphitheater. Our gates will open at noon. Tickets are $4. Military and children under the age of 3 are free. Our bands will begin performing at 1 o'clock. Currently on our schedule, we have Instant Classics, 99 Years, the DL Band, the R.D. Olson Blues Band, and Funk Frequency. They will be setting the stage for us. We'll be having a great time again, Mountain Valley Park at the amphitheater, which is also the lower soccer field. Gates open at noon. Performances start at 1. Tickets are $4 at the gate, and military and children under the age are free. So come on out for Battle of the Bands.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me. Is that a non-alcoholic event?
That is, adult beverages are available there, as well as a multitude of different concessions as well.
Okay.
So yes, come hungry, come thirsty. Enjoy in doing those things. In addition, I'd like to remind everyone that Prescott Valley Days is scheduled for May 11th through the 14th. It comes with Carnival, so those tickets are available. Wristbands can be purchased there at the chamber offices. And also, don't forget, Saturday, May 13th, that is the PV Days Parade. If you do not have your application in for parade float entries, please go to the chamber website, download that form, and get it zipped right into them. We look forward to seeing everyone out there, as I know the commissioners will be jumping on board with us, along with many of our other volunteers from throughout the town. And so cheer us on and vote for our entry or somebody else. But as long as you're there having a great time, enjoying those things, we look forward to it, and I hope you all do too. There's a whole great lineup of entertainment. Again, all of that information can be found at the Prescott Valley Chamber's website.
Is there a fee for that entry?
There is an entry fee for that. I believe it's $25 in doing so. But again, that's all wrapped up right into that application fee or application form, and then submittal of that to the Chamber, Prescott Valley Chamber of Commerce. Okay. And last announcement for tonight. It's hard to believe that we are soon approaching the start of another pool season. Time is flying way by, on me at least, so that's a sign that I'm getting way too old. So when in doing that, our pool will open Saturday, May 27th at Mountain Valley Splash, located in Mountain Valley Park. If you have interest in joining our team as a lifeguard, that is who we're searching for right now, with pay starting at $10.50 an hour. Applications can be completed and submitted online at www.pvaz.net. Otherwise, look forward to coming out starting May 27th. Registrations are open for swim lessons and a number of other different activities. Consider joining the recreational swim team led by Bradshaw Mountain High School. And if you're interested in wanting to have a block party or a birthday celebration or any of those things, Mountain Valley Splash is available for rental for after-hour activities.
Brian, I think the public would maybe like to know, if you can tell us, what the qualifications are to be a lifeguard at that pool, so that maybe the parents' kids will feel good about the qualifications of that lifeguard.
Yes, it does require both a physical and a knowledge skills test, so that is a requirement. 16 years of age is a minimum requirement in doing such. So in doing those general requirements, that is what we're going to be working on. It requires your lifeguard and first aid CPR certification, so that'll be a large part of those physical tests, as well as then also meeting the swimming tests in doing that. But that is all part of our program and certifying you to be a lifeguard with the town of Prescott Valley.
Thank you, Brian.
You're welcome. All right.
Any additional comments? Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome,
While you're
sir.
at the podium, can I also get you to give an update for the divisions and department?
Oh my goodness, you ask for everything, don't you?
It's my job. Just doing my job.
Not a problem. Included in tonight's agenda, you're seeing that not only is our Arts and Culture Division working very hard, you're going to hear a lot of information coming from Mrs. Hooper this evening on some of her specific programs that we have going on. Our committees, commission committees have been also working very hard in regards to their different programs and services that are all wrapped up in to the division's report. So with that being said, and I know you guys have combed through all of this big stuff But for our listeners out there, I will default to the commission if they have any questions concerning my report personally or the department's report as a whole. I'm happy to answer any of those questions that you might have.
I do have a couple of questions.
Yes, ma'am.
There's a mention of a festival's grant application submitted through the Arizona Commission on the Arts. Can you elaborate on that?
At this time, the application has been submitted. Matter of fact, that review period has not begun yet, to my knowledge, nor has any feedback information or request for additional information, if necessary, been requested. So right now we're in the unknown period. So when that comes forward, we'll learn more. Part of our ideas behind that is to help supplement the budget that is given to the Arts and Culture Division via Town Council and its annual budget. This will be tied into next fiscal year's budget with a variety of different special event programming ideas that then, based upon that level of funding and what it can go towards, will be a discussionary item that will come forward for the commission and their committees.
Okay, that sounds really good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any additional comments? If not, I'll move into the chairman's report. As the Art and Culture Commission Vice Chair, I'll give the chairman's report. I have one item I would like to address. If you have seen the news lately, you've heard about the budget cuts, the federal budget cuts, the federal budget in general. Some areas that are being cut are the arts. Various organizations such as the National Endowment for the Arts, the National Endowment for the Humanities, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, as well as the Institute for Museums and Library Services. Cutting the budget for the arts, museums, and library services, I believe is going to hurt America as a society, as a culture in general. And I would like to encourage everyone to contact our congressmen and senators, Senator McCain, Senator Flake, Congressman Kosar. Their contact information can be found online. If you go to the U.S. Senate website, you could click on Arizona, get the senators' mailing address and email address, as well as if you go to the U.S. House of Representatives, you could click and get the address of our local congressman. Working with the arts provides literature, it provides literacy for a community, something that I think we're going to need more and more of. So I encourage everyone to get involved with the arts, get involved with culture. We have some great museums here in the community. We have some great artwork here at the Civic Center. And in general, I think art will benefit us all. So please contact our congressmen, contact our senators to encourage them to support the arts with additional funding.
Yes, Vice Chair Sinclair, you're exactly right. As Commissioner Courtwright was inquiring in regards to our grant application that's in with the Arizona Commission on the Arts, that's how they're funded. They are funded through those federally approved and funded programs there that then is a trickle-through mechanism that reaches our community. And those resources have been used for years by this division and those applications made for services that have benefited this community. I've been working with it for a decade now, and out of a decade, 7 out of those 10 years, we've had applications in. Not always were we successful, but a great deal of what we were able to achieve in the past has stemmed from those funding sources. So great advisement in regards to recommending to our listening public and reaching out to our congressmen and senators. Thank you.
Thank you.
If I might, I just add to that art has more far-reaching implications than many people may be aware, because it also impacts our town from an economic development standpoint as well as other aspects. And that while art is very personal and something that we can each individually relate to, as a town, I'm not sure that everyone that is viewing us right now realizes that when some of these larger employers are looking to relocate to set up their businesses in different towns, that many times one of the things that they are looking for is a very active arts and culture program. And I know, Director Riddy, you can probably elaborate on that a little bit, but the domino effect of the impact of arts and culture for the town of Prescott Valley also amplifies our ability to be able to bring in those better employers and those higher paying jobs that the town is looking for.
Yes, not only just employers, but also retirees as well too. They look and value for those types of things, and especially when our community is actively pursuing employers. That is an element of what they're searching for, so spot on. And we have secured employers that have been here on a variety of scale that look exactly to what we're doing, and they value what we're doing, whether that be sculpture-based, public participation-based, performing arts, whether it be musical or theater type of work, as well as then also valuing what we do educational-wise. So it is our baseline core services of learning to draw or paint or what have you, and enriching their young people through our dance classes and other activities that we have. So it is an all-encompassing element of things, and the more we lose those funding opportunities, the more we lose in regards to growing the services available. So thank you.
Thank you.
As a former economic development director in the state of Indiana, I know definitely so that art is very much part of the attraction package for companies to come to communities. So please, again, contact our legislators and let them know that you do support the arts and you want them to support the arts with their votes when it comes to the federal budget. Moving on, old business. The NCU sculpture donation. Mr. Whitty, can we get an update?
Yes, sir. Unfortunately, this is not an update that you want to hear. I unfortunately need to report to you all that the pending NCU sculpture donation will not be moving forward. We were not able to secure the necessary provenance that went along with that piece, and it will be remaining at the current property in doing such. So I apologize, but that's the way the chips fell, and it should remain so in that way. So thank you very much for your input and direction through that process, but unfortunately we will be tabling that project.
Do you also want to address the Lakeshore Sculpture project?
Be very happy to. Very excited to report to you this evening as staff presented on your behalf to the Town Council in review of the Lakeshore Sculpture Plaza project. Council accepted your recommendation in regards to securing private funds for any particular future sculpture project that would adorn that plaza area that's located at Lakeshore and Civic Circle in doing such. With that being said, they also provided direction in regards to having the commission seek not only those funds and the development of a plan that would be presented back to council in regards to that methodology, but also inclusive of that plan and its methodology, discussionary elements as it relates to the sought artwork that then would be put through a request for proposal process that would then filter back into the ultimate recommendation once that request for proposal was enacted for their consideration and approvals going forward in the future. So I think those were the three main bullet elements of this particular project, which elates me because it's not a dead project. It's a future growing project. It's kind of a phoenix, if you will. It's reincarnated itself, but it's going to take some dedicated long-term planning. There is no established timeline on this. Council's perfectly fine with that to allow us to put our collective heads together in formulating that particular plan, the funding processes for it, the research that's going to be necessary for capturing those monies, and determination of that budgetary process, and then also the request for proposals itself. So we do have quite a bit of work ahead of us, and I look forward to meeting with each of you as a committee in doing so. So we'll have some future work studies and events ahead of us. So congratulations to the commission, as we have a wonderful new project to grab a hold of.
Thank you to Town Council for continuing to support us in our arts program.
Thank you. Moving on, item 7C, Family Arts Festival. Mrs. Hooper.
Thank you, Commissioners. So we had the Family Arts Festival on April 8th, and at this event we had between 2,800 and 3,000 people attend, so wonderful attendance for this event. And we'd like to thank all of the sponsors for this event. We had over $2,000 worth of sponsorships collected from various groups, including Arizona Hometown Radio, Cornerstone Chiropractic, Truly Nolan, Learning Castle, and Big O Tires. So a big thank you to them for making this possible. At the event, we did collect surveys from the public. We had 99 surveys turned in, which was a big increase from last year. So we're very thankful for everyone who took the time to fill out surveys for us so we can improve this and other events. 68% rated the event excellent. So overall, the public was very happy. 31% rated it good, so that's great as well. And then we only had 1% who were slightly unhappy with the event, rating it fair or poor. So we're very happy with that. Thank you again to everybody who took the time to fill out surveys for us. We'd like to thank the Arts and Culture Commission as well as the Parks and Recreation Commission for your attendance and participation in this event. We had commissioners running booths for us as well as running the stage for us. So thank you for your time and for making sure that the event ran smoothly and that everything happened on time and that everything went well. So thank you again. In addition to staff and commissioners, we also had 7 volunteers who helped at the event. They filled the roles of Bo Peep as well as the bunny, and they helped us with setup, tear down, photos and video, and other activities throughout the event. So, and a lot of them are very young people, so we'd like to thank them for their participation and for taking time out of a Saturday to come and help with such a special event. We had performances on the amphitheater stage, including Miss Sue's dance classes, Fusion of Movement, Mountain View Elementary, Liberty Traditional Concert Choir, Franklin Phonetic Elementary School, Franklin Phonetic Junior High Choir, and Franklin Phonetic Jazz Band. So thank you to all of those schools for participating in this event. We love seeing you, and we hope you come back for any other schools that have performance programs that you'd like to bring to this event. Please contact us. We'd love to have you as well for next year. Our school booths this year, and school booths, any money that came out of art activities that these booths did went back to the schools in donation to help support their art programs and other programs. And those schools included Glassford Hill Middle School, Mountain View Elementary, Lake Valley Elementary, Granville Elementary, and Bradshaw Mountain High School. So thank you for making this event possible. Without those art activity booths, it just wouldn't be the same and we wouldn't have the event. We would also like to thank the Prescott Valley Historical Society and the Prescott Valley Art Guild for participating in this event. They both had booths with activities as well, and the Art Guild did collect donations, which were then donated to Bradshaw Mountain High School's art program. We would also like to thank Children's Party People Face Painting and the Cub Scouts for helping us with some additional booths. These were paid booths, but they allowed us to have food and a little something extra, the face painting at the event, which made it really special. I saw a lot of kids with really cool face painting, so I know that that went over really well. And thank you to everybody who came out from the community. If you're ever looking for this or other events and you want more information, you can find it on our website at www.pvaz.net. Or you can call us at 928-759-3090. So thank you to everyone who participated and who contributed to this event. It went really well.
I would just share in Mrs. Hooper's comments regarding the public participation and support. I had an opportunity to assist with the staging portion, and the children were just so awesome and so talented, just incredibly talented. And the support of the parents in the community to come out and to watch their performances was, it was very special for me.
Well, I'd like to say also that, we commissioners talked about the impact of the arts in the community. This was a great opportunity for students to get out before the public, to show their artistic skill sets, be it that it was dance, be it that it was music, or whatever. And this is going to take kids into the future, into possible future occupations. Who knows? We may have a Zuckerberg that was at this event that was on stage. We may have had a person who's going to be a dancer. We may have had a person that's going to be a singer. So, again, supporting the arts, this is one way to do it in a very simple way.
Quick question. Just curious. These surveys that you're taking,
Yes.
and the time to do it, and of course the people to fill them out. Have you seen a trend in the responses that you're receiving that may help in marketing strategy going forward?
We did, in previous years, we had about 20, or at least last year we had about 20 responses. And this year with 99 responses, we think that was in part due to the fact that we held a raffle for anyone that filled out the survey, and included in raffle prizes were pool passes to the Mountain Valley Splash Pool. So there was an incentive to fill out the surveys, which I think was helpful in getting more surveys from the public.
Thank you.
My pleasure. And in addition to that, one of the questions that was on the survey was about how people found out about the event.
I see.
And so we learned from that how to market the event better. For example, we had a majority of, or at least out of the people that we got surveys from, a lot of people saw advertisements on Facebook and other social media. And so that lets us, going forward, figure out how to better market our events.
Good luck moving forward.
Thank you, Commissioner Clemens.
What's the Facebook address?
The Facebook address is the Prescott Valley Facebook. So it's just the one Facebook for the whole town. And if you search for Prescott Valley on Facebook, you'll find it. And I apologize that I don't know exactly what that address would be.
Okay.
The event photos, are those on Facebook or in another location?
Yeah, yes, we've been posting some of them on Facebook and on other social media, and they'll be used for marketing in the future as well.
Okay.
Thank you, Mrs. Super.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Moving on to new business, item number 8. Mr. Woody, can we get an update on the meeting calendar for 2017-18?
Yes, sir. Be happy to. But before I do, I'd also like to give a very warm and grateful thanks to Dr. Dan Streeter from the Humboldt Unified School District and the faculty that was in support of all those young students and their participation on that particular day. There was quite a bit of coordination that between our department staff and Dr. Streeter and his team, his principals, administrators, and faculty there, of getting this all put together. So they were a very strong and sizable partner in doing that, and we would have not had the successful event without them. So I wanted to be able to share that. Also, to your question, Commissioner Courtwright, in regards to the photos, via the town's social media, the Flickr account that we have that's tied into that Facebook account, you'll be able to capture some of those pictures as well in doing those things. So always a fun time that we get to have out there. As it regards to our meeting calendars, staff has formulated and presented to you as a matter of your packet for tonight's meeting a schedule of meeting dates for both work study and regular meetings. Work studies take place at 5:30 p.m. preceding each regular meeting. As additional work studies are needed, those can be scheduled throughout the year, but this is your established regular meeting dates in which the commission would meet on a monthly basis. The exceptions to those calendar dates for each month would take place. One exception in which we would not meet would be within the month of June, also July, and then again in December. With that being said, staff would be welcoming of any suggestions or considerations that the commission would like to have in altering those. But those particular 3 months that I mentioned in which we do not meet have been a historical context item of doing so, whether it be wrapped up into other events and services or just in the spirit of summer recess, if you will, of having that time off of doing those things typically. And I'm speaking in regards to the month of July. So with that,
Chairman, if I might, I do think that we are in a set of extenuating circumstances right now with having so many new people on the commission and reformulating some of our committees. I would really like to see the commission go ahead and have a work-study meeting in June and in July so that we can get the continuing foundation of the committee solidified and moving forward with some of the events. We have quite a bit on our plates right now simply because of the newness of so many of us, and I'd like the commission to approve a work-study meeting for June and for July.
okay. So with that, if we would like to add those particular dates, that would be June 21st and July 19th for work-study sessions only. And then I would also then ask if, with that request, if the commission could forward then those recommendations for agenda items to Vice Chair Sinclair for his review and consideration. And then we'll add that dates and times to that scheduled meeting for presentation and adoption and approval during your May meeting. Okay.
Thank you.
Well, a couple things I'd like to say is that the Art and Culture Commission meeting is an open meeting, and we invite the public to attend that meeting. We would like to hear from you what you would like to see as far as arts and culture in the community, as well as we have an open position on the commission, and we are looking for a new commissioner. You may have skill sets that could be very beneficial to the community. So I invite you to apply with the town of Prescott Valley to become a commissioner, and I invite you to attend our commission meetings in general.
Yes, and with that application, with the current vacancy, encourage any interested person to please visit with the town council's office on the 4th floor, and you'll be able to receive your application there, or give us a call at the office, 759-3090. We would be happy to forward that phone call to the mayor's office, and so if an electronic copy needs to be sent, we can accommodate that as well too. That whole process, as the commissioners know, is an application process and then an interview process with the committee of the council. That committee then provides its recommendation to the council for their review and approval. So that is the process for that particular activity.
Thank you.
And I would also just add that if you are camera shy, the work-study sessions are not televised, so please come and share your thoughts with us during a scheduled work-study session. It doesn't have to be a formal commission hearing. So we really do hope that you'll come out and share your thoughts and ideas with us.
Mr. Woody, while you're at the podium, can you also address the election of officers?
Yes, also in combination with the meeting schedule will be a call for election of officers for the fiscal year term of 17-18. All 3 positions are open and available during this next cycle. This will be the position of secretary, vice chair, and chair. In doing such, there is no current sitting commissioner that is serving in the chair role. The chair role does have a limited term, and that is a 2 consecutive year term. At any point in time, as if a commissioner serves in that capacity, leaves, they can return, but it does take a 1-year period in which to do such. So we can have repeating chairs, but only in that aspect of things. So with that being said, I would encourage the commission to mull over offering themselves as potential candidates for any one of those 3 positions. Nominations will be sought during the May meeting for approvals. And then that commissioner will then take chair, vice chair, and secretary positions at the August meeting. That will be the beginning of the next new fiscal year for regular meeting purposes.
Thank you very much. Moving along to item 8C, the Art Studio Tour. Mrs. Hooper, can you address what's taking place with the tour?
Thank you, Commissioner Sinclair. Thanks to the Arts and Culture Commission, the town will once again be participating as an art center for the Prescott Area Studio Tour. And we are seeking up to 25 artists working in various media, so photography, painting, drawing, multimedia, woodworking, all kinds of different media, who would like to participate in this event. Applications are open now, and the deadline for applications through the Prescott Valley Art Center is Friday, June 2nd. The event, the studio tour event, is being held October 6th, 7th, and 8th. That's a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And hours for that event are 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. each day. The Prescott Valley Art Center is located at the Civic Center and Public Library in Prescott Valley. And artists must be present for the event, and all art that's displayed in this event must be for sale as well. Artists are invited to do demonstrations while they're at the event, and they're also invited to display work in the public library in the month of September as a preview for the studio tour. The entry fee through the Prescott Valley Art Center is at $75. $15 of that is a non-refundable jury fee, and $60 is a fee for accepted artists. And that's only charged once an artist is accepted. If you are sending a check payment, please make it in 2 payments, one for the $15 and one for $60. And the same for credit cards. We'll charge the $15 first and only the $60 once artists are accepted. If you need more information about that, it is listed on the application, and we're happy to talk to you about that as well. In addition to fees, we are requesting that any participants help us with a few hours of their time before the event to help pass out promotional materials to local businesses. And it's really beneficial to the artists as well. That way you get to know local businesses, you get your face out there. It's a great marketing tool. So it does benefit our artists to donate several hours of their time before the event to help with marketing. And again, applications are open now until June 2nd, and they're available online at www.pvaz.net, or you can stop into the Parks and Recreation Department and we can print one out for you. We're on the 3rd floor of the Civic Center, or if you have any questions, please feel free to visit the website or call us at 759-3090 with any questions about this or any of our other art-related activities. Yes, Commissioner Clemens.
Mrs. Hooper, I was wondering, I've had an inquiry from out of the region, down South Arizona. Are any artists accepted in this?
We give preference to local artists. If we didn't have the response and there were artists from other areas, we would consider.
How many spots are open total?
25 total spots.
And how many
open.
spots are filled now?
0. We just opened applications this previous week. They just went on the website today. We have been in communication with the Prescott Valley Art Guild and previous artists that had previously participated in this event have already gotten that information.
So where their primary residence is at doesn't necessarily mean they can't do it. It just means that you'll take preference over the locals.
Exactly.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Well, one thing to consider about the Art Studio Tour is that it also encompasses several of our communities, Dewey, Humboldt, Chino Valley, Prescott Valley, and Prescott. So it is a very large area, quite a few artists of all sorts of medium. In addition, locally here in Prescott Valley, we could host and feature local artists. So please join us.
Yes, we need applications, so send them in.
Ms. Hooper, while you're at the podium, can you also address the movies Under the Stars?
I would love to. Thank you, Commissioner Sinclair. So the movies Under the Stars are starting again this year. Thank you to the Arts and Culture Commission for sponsoring them. And the movies under the stars are free outdoor summer movies. They're appropriate for the whole family, and they're located at the amphitheater on the Civic Center complex in Prescott Valley, which is right outside the public library in the Civic Center. Thank you again for the Arts and Culture Commission for in part sponsoring this event. Movies each night start at 7:45 p.m. Make sure you get there early so that you can get a spot, because this is a very popular event. We get a lot of families that like to participate, and refreshments will be made available courtesy of Mingus Mountain Academy. Thank you to them for their participation once again. And the first 4 movies out of the 7 that we have this year are as follows. For week 1, which falls on Friday, May 19th, we will be showing Star Trek Beyond, and that is sponsored by Mingus Mountain Academy. Thank you, Commissioner Gibson, for organizing that. And week 2 will be on Friday, May 26th. We're playing the movie Sing. And the sponsor for that movie is 89A Dental, and they are a returning sponsor for the movies, so big thank you to them for continuing support. The week 3 movie will be on Thursday, June 1st, and that will be Walter Mitty. Our sponsor for this movie is Sun Valley Tires. And our week 4 movie is on Friday, June 9th. It will be the Peanuts movie. And the sponsor for this, again, is 89A Dental. We also have movies on Friday, June 16th, Friday, June 23rd, and Friday, June 30th. And those movies will be announced soon, and those announcements will also be available on our website at www.pvaz.net. We'd also like to thank Little Dealer, Little Prices for agreeing to be a site sponsor for all of our movies this year, and you can see them on site at any of the 7 movies that we'll be playing, so stop by and visit them. For groups that would like to sponsor movies in the future, and anyone who has questions about this event or other events and activities, please contact us at 759-3090, or you can visit the website for more information at www.pvaz.net.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Sounds like we have a good lineup of movies this year.
I'm excited.
And sponsors.
Yes, and sponsors.
And it really wouldn't be possible without them, so big thank you to all of our sponsors.
Absolutely.
Moving on to item 9, unscheduled public appearances.
I'll give you one.
Please.
I wanted to tell everyone, and I would encourage the commission, when you do interact with our staff, let them know. I know I try to do it just about every doggone day, how much I appreciate them, how hard they work in regards to the services that they provide. And for the last several months, you've been seeing a lot out of this young lady and this wonderful lady over here that's filling in for Miss Kathy in regards to those support elements that they provide, the coordination of those events, the communications help in providing to you all in doing that. We got a fabulous team. They work hard. They get the job done. And when it's done, they actually smile, shake each other's hands, and move on and say, what's next? Bring it on. So kudos to them. It's been a fantastic time this spring. Summer's only going to get better, as you're seeing with fabulous movies that are out there. Share all the fun, energy, and opportunity with this. And if you're not connected with us yet, please do so. There is a fabulous social media, as you all know, in regards to Facebook and Twitter and all those other good things that we offer. There is online services via our website to have you connected in regards to arts and culture, parks and recreation, library, public works, anything and everything that you would like to be part of. You can connect and choose to select in exactly what you would like to receive information on. We appreciate the feedback. As Hope was saying, we had a plethora of responses coming back in our surveys from events. Again, these fabulous 2 ladies and their coordination of efforts there making that happen. You all for being there at the tents and communicating out the opportunities that were given to folks so they could enjoy other activities and services that this town provides to them. So kudos to you, but also give a shout out to the staff in regards to their efforts in doing these things. With that being said, thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
And there's some brownies coming your way. Those of you who know me, I share my appreciation through my baking. So probably be seeing the brownies very shortly and a new test recipe for peanut butter cookies.
Moving on to item number 10, next meeting. The next work-study meeting of the Art and Culture Commission will take place Wednesday, May 17th at 5:30 p.m. here in the auditorium. And the next regular meeting of the Art and Culture Commission will take place Wednesday, May 17th, following the work study at 6:30 here in the auditorium. And again, I would like to invite everyone to come out to our meetings. The meetings are open to the public. We do want to hear from you. We do want your participation. With that, I call for an adjournment. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
And can I get a second?
Second.
I have a motion to adjourn and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting adjourned. Thank you very much.